A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to a lunchtime news bulletin coming to you live on MTV Sports. I'm Shahin Jarangpati. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Two protests staged in Colombo. Points awarded to 15,000 motorists that violated motor traffic regulations in 2013. Former Miss Venezuela and her partner gunned down in a suspected robbery. Now for the story in detail, a protest march commenced this morning demanding that Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne step down from the position of Minister of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs immediately. This protest march commenced in close proximity to the Viharamalai Park in Colombo this morning. A group including Buddhist monks took part in the demonstration. Over the past few days, we saw the Prime Minister berate members of the Mahanayaka in Parliament. And to whom did he direct such statements to? He directed it to Venerable Omar Pesobitotero and the Mahanayakas of the three sects. So it doesn't matter to us who becomes the Prime Minister, but we demand that the President take over the position of Minister of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs. The group subsequently made their way to the Prime Minister's office. Thereafter, the monks engaged in a sit-in opposite the Prime Minister's office, blocking the road. Meanwhile, a protest was staged this morning opposite Isirupaya, condemning the decision taken to restrict the student intake into popular schools from the Grade 5 scholarship examination.
The protest was staged by a collective of parents whose students had scored high marks at the recently concluded Grade 5 scholarship examinations. Representatives of several education trade unions also took part in the protest. Subsequently, several protesters were given the opportunity to enter Isirupaya and engage in discussions. According to our correspondent in the area, protesters dispersed following their meeting.
On to more headline-making stories. The Department of Motor Traffic notes that points have been awarded to 15,000 motorists that violated motor traffic regulations in 2013.
Commissioner of the Department of Motor Traffic H.S. Harishchandra noted that individuals who are convicted of having violated motor traffic regulations in court were awarded points in this manner. The point system was introduced last year for motor traffic violations such as driving under the influence of alcohol and causing deadly accidents. The license of an individual who accumulates 24 points will be made void.
The Ministry of Health says that investigations into the recent case of food poisoning in the Horana area recently that resulted in the hospitalization of a large number of factory workers in the area has failed. The food poisoning caused around 450 people in the area to be hospitalized. Thereafter, investigations on the matter were handed over to the Medical Research Institute in Boralla. The Health Ministry said that none of the food consumed by the persons who contracted food poisoning had been directed to the Medical Research Institute in Boralla. The ministry noted that public health inspectors had sent raw samples of chicken to the institute. When Newsfirst inquired into the matter, a high-ranking official at the institute confirmed this fact, noting that no contaminant had been discovered in the investigations conducted thus far. Still in local news, a letter was handed over to the Kandy District Secretary by the leader of the indigenous people Uruvarige Vanilla Atto requesting that the areas in which the indigenous community reside be developed.
The leader of the indigenous community arrived at the district secretariat office in Kandy and requested that the Madakale, Linia Katia, Kande Kumbura and Kalogo Vatia villages in the Ududumbara electorate be developed. Our office will intervene and direct their requests to the relevant ministries and divisions. I hope to act on these requests expeditiously and look forward to providing solutions as soon as possible.
On today's Newsfirst report was filed by Sale Ratnavira from Trincomalee.
Today, a turtle was found dead on the Trincomalee beach. There was a polythene bag stuck inside the turtle's mouth. Waste, including polythene bags, is a common sight along the coast of Trincomalee.
Newsfirst, you reporter Sali Ratnavira Trikunamalai sita.
An elephant had fallen into the ZD canal that carries water to the Polonnaruwa Madru reservoir at around 9 last night. According to our correspondent, the elephant had fallen into the canal when it ventured out of the Pimburuwava reserve. Arlaganvila Veheragala wildlife officials, together with members of the Civil Defence Force, commenced operations to rescue the elephant this morning. The rescued elephant had caused damages to a house in the Alut-Oya village while fleeing the area. And that's a look at your lunchtime news bulletin. Thank you very much for joining us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shanjurang Pati.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.